Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulihil kareem. So inshallah, today I'm not going to discuss one particular ayah. I actually want to discuss one concept from various ayat. That is the word bal. Now the word bal, and even inshallah we discuss the word later on as well. This is a very, very common particle. It's come over 100 times in the Quran. And it is commonly misunderstood or not even understood at all. Or maybe maybe I don't understand, that's why I think everybody doesn't understand it, but it's something that it needs to be understood. Right, so obviously, oh no, we did Quran ayat, now you go to Zayd and Amr again. Don't worry, we got the Quran ayat, don't worry, we leave Zayd and Amr just visiting. Okay? When we have bal, okay, bal can be used in different ways. The first way we can use bal is as an atifa. Now you have to remember, right? When we discuss huruf, when we discuss certain words, there are different aspects to that word. Okay? And don't get confused, okay? Let's say, for example, if I say the particle lam. So let's say, for example, when we do nahwa, very basic nahwa, we say what? And ism has 4 characteristics: ding, definite, indefinite, i'rab, number, and gender. So being ma'rifah has nothing to do with being mudhakkar or mu'annath. They're 2 different aspects. Similarly, when we are discussing huruf, they have different aspects. Okay? So for example, we can say, okay, we say for example, here, we say bal is for idrab. That is its meaning. Correct? But then this bal we can say is for idrab intiqali, or is it for okay, bal is for idrab, and then you can say it's either going to be for, so that's one aspect, meaning its meaning. So min haythul ma'na, bal is for idrab. What idrab is, I'll explain it shortly. But then in terms of i'rab, you can say it's going to be atifa, it can be for atf, it can be for atf, it can be for atf, or it can be for ibtida. That is something different to its meaning. You can see here, fa. The harf al-atf fa is for atf. It's for harf al-atf. Atf or istinaf. But it can say, this meaning can be what? It can be for sabab. It can be sababiyya. It can be fa fasiha. We do it later on sometime, inshallah. You get what I'm trying to say? So don't confuse the 2 elements. It's 2 different aspects. It's like age and gender. Employment and marital status. It's 2 different things. They don't overlap. So what we're saying here now, bal fi sa'iri wujuhiha. In all of its meanings has the meaning of idrab, kind of a meaning of idrab. But its function can be either atf or ibtida. When it's atf, you have ma'tuf, ma'tuf becomes something. And when it's ibtida, it means a new sentence. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even like we do hatta later on. Hatta is for ghaya. That's the meaning of hatta, ghaya. But then in terms of i'rab, it can be for atf, it can be for jar, it can be for ibtida. But whatever grammatical purpose it has, it will still have the meaning of ghaya. Do you understand? So its meaning and grammatical purpose are 2 separate elements. So bal's meaning is what? Idrab. But bal's grammatical purpose and i'rab is either going to be for atf or ibtida. So for example here, ra'aytu Zaydan bal amran. So رأيت فعل فاعل زيد مفعول به بل حرف عطف أمر معطوف. That's no إشكال. When sum يوما بل يومين. Again يوما مفعول فيه بل حرف عطف يومين معطوف. When bal comes after, so what's this? A muthbat. When bal comes after muthbat, meaning a positive sentence, affirmative sentence, this becomes the ma'tuf alay. This is the ma'tuf alay. The ma'tuf alay, you say here, kal maskuti anhu. Sakata yaskutu sukutan, to be quiet. And maskut anhu, that thing which was not even mentioned at all. Maskut, it was not even spoken of. So when I say ra'aytu Zaydan bal amran, I was like, sorry, mistake, slip of the tongue. Ra'aytu amran. Zaydan bal amran, Zaydan bal, is just like, take that out. I didn't even say Zaid. It's just a mistake I made. Do you understand? So when you have a muthbat before it, what does it have a meaning of? Kal maskuti anhu. As if you never even said that word. You didn't mean to say that word. That's why you never find it in Fasihul Kalam. Unless you want to look at like a insult or something. But that's different. But you won't really find it generally speaking. It's more like an error, or it can have some fasaha in it as well. But generally speaking, you wouldn't have this issue. So far so good? So if it's atf after the muthbat is the ma'tuf alayka al-maskuti an, as if you never even meant to say at all. If you have it after a manfi, what is this? La tatlub haraman. So la tatlub is what? What is that? It's manfi. La tatlub haraman is manfi. So now, what we're doing here, this is, we call this what? This bal is in the meaning of lakin. What does that mean? It kind of reaffirms, this is what? Reaffirmed. You reaffirm the la tatlub haraman. It's not maskut anhu. You say, I'm still, when I say ra'aytu zaydan bal amran, I said no, sorry, it wasn't Zayd, it was Amr, my mistake. Sorry, hands up. Sorry. But when I say la tatlub haraman bal halala, I am saying la tatlub haraman, I still believe in that, I'm still affirming that. But what should you seek instead now? Halal. You're not deleting tatlub haraman. La tatlub haraman, sorry.
Not la tatlub halal.
No, that's wrong, isn't it? La tatlub halalan. You're not saying that. You're reaffirming la tatlub haraman, balitlub halala. So when it comes after a manfi sentence, the ma qabla bal is not maskut and it's not negated, it's not like mistake, or not, you're not trying to delete that. You're reaffirming that. But you're going one step further and saying what to do. So the word before bal, when bal is for atf, can be muthbat or it can be. When bal is for atf, the sentence before it can be muthbat or manfi. When it's a muthbat, it becomes like a what? Kal maskut anhu. It's like a nisyana. You delete that basically. And if it's after a manfi, it's as if that manfi is what? Reaffirmed. And now you're going on to say lakin, however, utlub halala. This is when bal is used for what? Atf. Meaning what? There's a mufrad before it and a mufrad after it. Correct? When you mean atf, meaning what? There's a mufrad before it and a mufrad after it. So far so good? Yes?
For translating the first one, right, to Zayd and Amr, would you say sorry, I mean?
You say sorry, I mean. You say no. You say no or rather instead. But it has that kind of, but it can also, it's not also sorry, you can say on purpose. Let's say if I don't want to cuss you, I say, oh, ra'aytu tiflan bal rajulan. So I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say, so even in there, there's a bit of an insult in it. Ya ra'aytu imra'atan bal rajulan. So I said on purpose to try to say, well, you get what I'm trying to say? So it doesn't always have to be a mistake. It can be on purpose but it gives a bit, you get what I'm saying? No?
Bal hum adal.
That's coming later on. Okay? Yes? So this is when what? The one we had before was when we have before bal, there's a harful atf, there's a mufrad, and after bal is also a mufrad. Correct? Okay. Now, if bal comes between two sentences, you say bal is ibtida'iyya. It's not atifa. Meaning, the sentence after it will be musta'nafa basically. It will still have the meaning of idrab, but it will be like a new sentence. Ay, la mahalla laha min al-i'rab, or it will be atf or something. It wouldn't, it's like a new sentence. So for example, in here, قالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا جملة معترضة سبحانه and بل عباد مكرمون جملة ابتدائية. This bal is not for atf, it's for ibtida. But the meaning of idrab will always be there. I'm going to tell you, idrab and atf it's like mudhakkar and marfu'. They don't step each other's heels, they're just separate. Subhanallah, big word. Mutually exclusive. I'm hoping it's right because I don't know what it means, right? Mutually exclusive meaning this doesn't include this. They don't include each other, they're separate. There's no talazum, they're mutabayin. I prefer the mantiq term, mutabayinan. Okay, they're mutually exclusive. وَقَالُوا تَخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا one sentence. Subhana is Jumla Mu'talida, and Bal Ibadun Mukramun is another sentence. And here you have Mahzuf is whom? Ay Bal Hum Ibadun Mukramun. They said Allah has taken, meaning that Allah has taken the malaika as children and daughters. You say no, Subhanallah is pure from this, Bal Hum Ibadun Mukramun. So because after Bal is a Jumla and not a Mufrad, what happens now? This Bal is called Bal what? Atifa Ibtida'iyya. Bal is for Ibtida. Correct? Bal is for Ibtida. Correct? You got it? Now, when Bal comes for, so far so good? Yes? When Bal comes for Ibtida, it has two meanings. It's for Idrab. Idrab, it's called Idrab. But Idrab is of two types. You have Idrab Ibtali and Idrab Intiqali. So first of all, Idrab Ibtal. Meaning Ibtal means to what? Nullify, negate. So when you have Bal for Ibtida, sometimes it is used to negate the previous sentence. Ittakhadha ar-Rahmanu walada Bal Ibadhum Ibadum Mukramun. This Bal is what? Ibtali. Because this Bal Hum Ibadum Mukramun negates their claim or this foolish proclamation that Ittakhadha ar-Rahmanu walada. Do you understand? So Bal is for Ibtida, min haythu al-i'rab, and min haythu al-ma'na, what is it? Ibtal. Is negating, this is saying this is completely wrong. That is not a Sahih statement, that's incorrect. Allah has not taken ar-Rahmanu walada. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. The second example, the second way of it is what? When you have Bal for intiqal. Bal for intiqal. What does that mean? The Bal does not negate the madhmoon or the context or the meaning or the message of the previous sentence or verse. It's just a way or a tool or a particle. It has a meaning. If you look at it deeper, you will understand that Bal has a purpose there as opposed to saying this for. But it's not to negate the previous statement, it's just to move on to a new statement. So for example here, قَدْ أَفْلَهَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى. Surely the one who has purified himself is successful. وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. And he pronounced the name of his Lord and he performed salah. Bal. If you say this Bal is for Ibtal, it's kufr. Because you're saying, no, it's not true. Because Ibtal will mean what? This is wrong. Allah is saying this is wrong. قَدْ أَفْلَهَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى is not true. The same as اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا is not true. It's not Bal for Idrab. Ibtal. This is Bal for Idrab. Intiqal. Meaning, the first sentence was about one topic and something linked, but not so closely linked. It's like a digression. Obviously, you don't go random stuff, but it's a bit off topic, a bit diversion. So this Bal is for intiqal, to move away to a new topic without negating the previous statement. It's called Bal is for intiqal. And the previous one is what? Bal Ibtal. Idrab Ibtali and Idrab Intiqali.
Yeah, okay.
And the only way you can understand it is from context.
So when you've got two Mufrad waves like Zayd and the Raman, that's going to be Ibtal.
Even in the Atf, if it's Muthbat before it, it's Ibtal. And if it's what? A Manfi before it, it's in Intiqal. It's not really Intiqal. It's not really Intiqal, but it's not Ibtal. Everybody with me? Any question before you go on to a few more examples? Let's check if there's any questions. Yeah? No? Okay? Okay, let's check here. وَقَالُوا قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ بَلْ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِكُفْرِهِمْ. They said our hearts are sealed, so therefore we can't. Our hearts are protected. Some of the disbelievers claim that our hearts are protected. Therefore, none of Muhammad's stuff can come penetrate our heart. Our hearts are sealed, so no evil comes into our hearts. What did they say? They said, قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ. Bal. Straight away, what kind of bal is this? What is it for? Ibtal. You're saying that our hearts are sealed and protected, that's why we don't accept your religion, is what? Incorrect. And I think rather, no, your hearts are not sealed. لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِكُفْرِ. Allah has cursed their hearts, therefore their hearts are not able to now understand or perceive the truth. This is Bal is for?
and ibtal.
إبطال. والله من ورائهم محيط بل هو قرآن مجيد. What's this bal for? والله من ورائهم محيط. Allah has surrounded them. Allah has encompassed them. بل هو قرآن مجيد. What bal is this? Don't say it wrong here because you get really wrong meaning. It's what? It's intiqal. It's not the ibtal. Because والله من ورائهم محيط is aqidah. It's correct. We believe in this. But the bal is for now, you're doing now intiqal. You're moving on to a new topic, a slightly, not new topic, but a bit deviation from the previous topic.
So it's enough.
It's bal ibtida'iyya and it's for intiqal, not for ibtal. وَقَالُوا كُونُوا هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَى تَهْتَدُوا. They said, become a Christian or become a Jew. I mean, the Jews said become Jews and the Christians said become Christians. تَهْتَدُوا, جواب الأمر, you will be guided. Yeah, so قول, كونوا جملة. This is mansoob because it's مفعول of قال. Then هُودًا نصارى is مفعول خبر of كان. And تَهْتَدُوا is مجزوم because it's what? جواب الأمر. And then قل مستأنفة. قل بل. This is what? Ibtal, meaning no. Your statement of saying follow, become a Jew or Christian, you'll be guided is incorrect. Rather, follow the religion of Ibrahim, who was Hanifa.
What's a better translation for intiqal?
Intiqal, in Urdu, whenever announcement, Fulan ka intiqal ho gaya, he's passed away. You can say, I know a digression, I don't know. Intiqal, that's your job. You guys know English better than me. That's your job. I'm teaching Arabic, not English. So that's your job. You look for translation, you look for translation, and this is me. Okay? I don't know. What's the better way of saying intiqal? You understand? I can explain to you what it means. But now you look for better translation in English. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ يَقِينًا. Is it مَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ? What is it from that? So it says, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ يَقِينًا بَلْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Leave this one. Don't comment this one. Leave that one wrong.
Do you know the one previous one?
Mm-hmm.
The intiqal one?
Mm-hmm.
How do you translate that? Double?
Some say nay, some say rather, some say instead, however. If you look in the translations, a lot of them say nay. You've got to be careful that nay. Sometimes it doesn't link up. Some say nay, some say however. When it comes in the Quran translation, you have a look at it and you see.
Wouldn't full stop be?
It could be.
Or comma.
Again, this is where now it gets difficult because not an exact English word for this. You have to now try to dive into the English language and look for a structure or a word that will give this meaning. And that's where you earn it. So translating is easy. These are the hard parts to translate. Okay. وَعُرِضُوا عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ صَفًّا. You will present it to your Lord on the day of Qiyamah صَفًّا in lines. لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. You will come to us in the future. You use ماضي. You done this balagha already. Use ماضي in place of مضارع for تحقق الوقوع, because it definitely is going to happen. You will come to us just as you created the first time. بل is for intiqal. You can't do it. It's not ibtal, is it? It's intiqal. Meaning, however, you don't believe in this or you don't prepare for this because you think that Allah will never resurrect you. يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي سورة ما شاء ركبك. What has deceived you regarding your very kind Lord, the one who created you and perfected you and made you in this beautiful form? Bal. It's not what? It's not able. What is this? It's not ibtal. What is this? Intiqal. Because this is not saying here. It's not refuting the previous statement. What is this saying instead? It's saying what? That this is true, but it's moving on to a new topic. Okay. When you have istifham and that kind of stuff, then is it intiqal or ibtal? You have to look deeper. Is the istifham in a negative meaning, etc. But just have this in mind. So when you see it in tafsir, you have the two types of meaning. You have the bal for idrab and bal for bal idrab intiqali or bal idrab ibtali. Okay? Okay. Any questions? Questions want to make notes?
Previous slides, please look.
Okay. Okay. Subhanallah bihamdi subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.